My name is Abibat Rahman-Davies, and my pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm from the Friends Committee on National Legislation.
And I'm Gina Kelley. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm with Network Lobby for Catholic Social Justice, and we are both part of the Domestic Human Needs Coalition. Our coalition is composed of faith-based advocacy organizations who have been working for decades on policies that help lift families out of poverty.
We are so excited to update you on what has been included in the Build Back Better framework. After months of advocacy and hard work from folks across the country, the Biden administration and the Democratic caucus have released a framework outlining what will be included in their once-in-a-generation investment in families and community. There are huge wins in this package, from healthcare and housing to the child tax credit. Here's what you need to know. The child tax credit payments have already had a huge impact on families. Thanks to our tireless advocacy, these payments have been extended for an additional year. In addition, the CTC payments have been made permanently fully refundable, meaning the poorest of families will permanently have access to the credit. The framework also extends the expansions made to the Earned Income Tax Credit to 17 million low-income workers without children who were previously taxed deeper into poverty. These critical tax credits are huge victories for advocates and lawmakers, and we are so excited to see them continue to lift families out of poverty. This framework will close the Medicaid coverage gap and finally make good on the promise of the Affordable Care Act that no one should go uninsured. The Medicaid gap has caused millions of people, who are majority people of color and the elderly, to have no pathway to receiving health care only because their own state refused to expand Medicaid. This framework also includes the largest maternal health equity investment in American history to improve maternal health outcomes for Black, Brown, and Indigenous mothers. By closing the gap and investing in maternal health, we have given millions of folks the health care they desperately need and deserve.
This critical investment also allocates funds to build more than 1 million new affordable rental and single-family homes. It increases rental and down payment assistance and increases access to public housing. This framework takes a critical step towards redressing the racism embedded in our housing history by enabling first-generation homebuyers to build wealth. It funnels resources to underfunded neighborhoods and incentivizes reforms to local zoning laws that continue to stop Black and Brown families from having equal opportunity access. We know that safe, affordable housing is a right, not a privilege, and that increasing access to housing ensures the safety and welfare of everyone in our communities. Additionally, Democrats have outlined $100 billion to provide protections for immigrants. It is past time to make our asylum and border system humane and to treat all our immigrant siblings and neighbors with the respect and dignity they deserve. This marks a historic investment to combat the devastating effects of climate change as well. This legislation will invest over $500 billion in clean energy, and to address the climate crisis, it aims to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 2030, give our communities cleaner air and water, and in doing all of this will create good paying jobs. We know that these emergency measures are necessary in the battle for a safer climate for everyone.
Importantly, this bill is paid for by requiring ultra-wealthy millionaires and billionaires and tax-evading corporations to pay their fair share of taxes. We are paying for popular programs with popular tax reforms. We want to take a moment to celebrate all the historic and wonderful investments and victories we have just told you all about. Thank you to everyone who has supported advocates in this process. We wouldn't be here without you.
We also want to acknowledge that this framework does not include everything. From drug pricing reforms to paid family and medical leave and a clear pathway to citizenship, there is still work to be done. And after this Build Back Better legislation has President Biden's signature, we will continue working towards achieving these wins for working families everywhere. But for now, we are so excited about everything in this package, and we are looking forward to you helping us push Congress to vote yes on the Build Back Better